Join the crew as a member of the Onyx Key for exclusive members-only messages, redirections, and content. We already have a bunch of videos live with some familiar topics as well as new questions, so I'll see you on the other side of the Onyx Key. Make sure you hit the join button to go deeper down this experience with me. Hey family, so we're back with another pick a card love reading. We have our winter wonderland love theme. We're returning it from last winter, so I'm excited to see. I'm not gonna waste any time. We're gonna take a look at who's coming towards you in love and how you'll recognize your next partner. So let's hold the thumbnail up so that you can choose your warm treat. Pile number 1 is the eggnog. Pile number 2 is the Mocha Gingerbread Cappuccino. Pile number 3 is the hot chocolate with marshmallows. And then pile number 4 is the hot chocolate with whipped cream. I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile number 1, let's take a look at who's coming towards you in love and how you'll recognize your next partner from my eggnog pile. So let's get an overview so we can, flip right. And you know, this person's gonna fall into your lap. Like it's gonna be like a literal, you just walk up on this person, they walk up on you, like you just end up at the right place at the exact right moment. That's what I'm getting, okay? Because we've got this new moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. Some of you more specifically, the unique instance is gonna be you two kind of meeting up at the same place for the first time. So like a good example of that is like a place you've never been, a place they've never been, and just so happened you both visited it for the first time or something like that. Like I get that specific instance for some of you. All right, I like it. What is at the bottom? I've got a time to give rather than take. It makes me feel like some of you, it may be charitable. Like it may be something that's charitable in some way. It could be just switching up your routine and starting a new health, wellness, could be again charitable based thing, since the 6th house rules all of those things and we associate that with the caretaking energy of the Virgo sign. But routines, errands, all of those things kind of align, okay? So some of you are going to start a new partnership, a new job, and that's going to align you with this connection, okay? And what else? So much came through for all of these. Some of you are just going to switch up your whole routine, regimen, schedule, and that will align you with this person. And like you'll look back to like, man, if I had never restructured my schedule and the way I do things, I would have never met this person. So good for you. Let me go ahead and take a look at the tarot. You're going to be feeling really independent, really aligned with your path, your purpose. Like this is the 9 of Pentacles is someone that's really got it together. I do associate it with the sign of Virgo just because it's kind of that detailed, me, I don't really need help or support energy. Okay. There's other reasons why I've associated it with that energy. I just can't, I spaced. So never mind. Tell me more about this eggnog. Who's coming towards them in love and how will they recognize their next partner? Okay, I'll take both of these and we'll get a third one before we close that out. So we got the Son of Swords, which is the Knight, and then we got an incoming energy of the Supreme. Okay, all right. So it will truly, genuinely feel divinely orchestrated because this depiction of the Knight of Swords is like, you see she's kind of floating on, I don't want to say a cloud, but she's kind of floating, like she's up in the air, kind of controlling the ethers. And that's kind of the energy of the Supreme as well. Like the Supreme is like, I am time, I am the universe. So that's the vibe of the meeting. But I mentioned it falling into your lap. So everything about the meeting and the recognizing of this next partner feels very coincidental if we need to use mundane like descriptions, but it's gonna feel very, very fated. One thing for sure, it's gonna be during an era or at least a day where you are just feeling so aligned with everything. It's a day where, for the most part, everything is going right. Everything's going your way that day. And then boom, this is one more thing that's like the icing on top, right? So let me get one more. Not all of these. One more. What else for this deck? My pile number 1. This deck is doing a thing that's sticky. There we go. It took a while, but when it came through, it was really good. Look at that bright, vibrant sun, which represents really positive yes energy, where again, everything's kind of really going your way. The 8 of Swords is where we hold ourselves back. And for whatever reason, all of this combined feels like you kind of anticipating the meeting. Like there's something about you stumbling upon like the next love, your next romantic partner. You're anticipating it. Like some of you may like stay somewhere a little longer than you want. You're like, nah, I feel like I'm waiting for something. Like I know I should leave right now or I should be going by now, but I just get this urge to stay, to linger. Right? Like if it's a social event, you're like, I don't know, I feel like I should stay and socialize a little longer. Even though I know I said I would leave early, I just feel like I shouldn't. Or like if you're at the grocery store, like let's say it's something mundane like that, like you've gotten all of your groceries, but you just feel like you're forgetting something and you're like, what am I forgetting? I have to be forgetting something because I don't feel like I'm ready to leave the store yet. Stuff like that. Okay? I'm not getting enough of like describing like the actual person. I have more decks, maybe we'll see, but it feels strongly like the intuitive knowing. Like how will you recognize this person? You will just know. You'll feel it. You'll be anticipating it. Your intuition is going to be really, really heightened at that time. Okay, so let me pull from this deck and see what else we can find out about this. Tell us more about this eggnog. Who's coming towards my eggnog in love? And how will they recognize this next romantic partner? Like some of you, you're going to feel like, okay, no, I need to switch up my routine just because I feel like something's going to happen. Like, I don't know why. I just know that I should. Like you're going to feel the urge to do something different. The divine urge to do things differently or make sure, or where you were going to switch something up, the divine urge to do exactly what you were already going to do. Like something about it's like, no, this is what I very instinctually feel like I should do. And I'm going to, because I don't know what's going to happen, but I feel like something's going to happen today, right? All right, tell me more. We got opposition, imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. Right? And what else? I heard the words opposite ends of the floor. I don't know what that means. That's going to be, I don't know what that means, but I just repeated what I heard. Okay. Saturn. Okay. There's that restricted energy. And look at all of the challenges. Everything was so easy going. Why would you bring that here? So what we got? We got opposition, Saturn, and square. Challenges. They all just hit the table. I'm going to pull more because I need to know why. So I don't want to get rid of square because... Oh, that's why. That's why. Okay. So, okay. Healing. Okay. After a period of healing. Okay. So if you're healing now, if you're dealing with something that you need to heal from, it's going to be following this period. Okay. We've got water. So I feel like a lot of you, it's going to happen in some capacity near water or in reference to water. House 3 is kind of like localized energy. It rules siblings, early childhood, and communication. So those will be themes. But Jupiter is why I even stopped. Jupiter is luck. It is expansion. It is growth. So I'm just going to put it like that. See how everything kind of aligned perfectly? Great. So all of this hardship, all of this struggle, all of these lessons, possibly the hardest, most difficult era of your life. I don't want to scare you. A lot of you are already in it, you know, globally, you know, we're in our little pick a card reading bubble, but anyone that pays attention to the world around us knows that there are a lot of people going through it. So if you're in this little bubble of hardship, just know the healing, the growth, the development, the lessons learned from this opposition, these challenges, how difficult things are. It's leading you to healing. It's leading you to water. Might be literally leading you to water, somewhere near water, where there's like a smaller, more localized energy. And it's going to be very lucky for you. Okay? Very, very lucky. You will meet this partner not traveling far and wide. It will be more local, near you, possibly where you're from, possibly where you were raised. Or it's just a smaller community, because the broad expansion of it all is more associated with your luck, your spiritual ascension, your mental development, and your overall growth as a person. Okay, because there's a lot of details here that lets me know it's going to be like one-on-one, very intimate, close settings where this is going to happen for you. Okay, right, like the busiest and I don't want to, let me watch for words. I'm not saying that you're not going to meet this person at any event or at any like outside public space. I'm not saying that at all, but these public spaces associated with your pile are all smaller communities. Like, it's not big city, right? Like, it's not going to be like those global cities. Like, you know how every country has like the biggest city, right, in their country? It's not going to be any of those. For those of you, I know you're all at variety of places within the country I'm in and other ones. And even if it happens, like, let's say it happens in a city like New York, right? It would be more of like a borough energy. Like, it wouldn't be like the city itself would be less meaningful so much as like maybe the neighborhood that it happens in for this specific group. Like, it would be that detailed, that specific, that meaningful. So who's coming towards them in love? Forgive and heal. Okay. And so whatever trauma, hardship, whatever it is, that the baggage that you carry from the hardships and the lessons, you will be releasing that, clearing that, healing that. And as you stop holding yourself back from releasing that trauma and stop restricting yourself, that you may not even consciously realize that you're holding yourself back due to the trauma, whether it is your romantic connections, your platonic relationships, your business deals, partnerships, your job. Like, there's something where you're kind of shrinking yourself, or had historically, where you awaken, you realize, hey, this baggage gotta go. It's time to move on from that. I'm gonna leave this forgive and heal card here. And as you forgive and you heal and begin doing things and opening up, right, blooming like a flower, vibrant like the sun, that's when you step into the era where this just happens for you. Because it's almost like once you align with this energy, the universe is like, oh yeah, that eggnog's ready for love. Let me go ahead and send this person. Yeah. Annoyance. Why is that there? It's the most random card that could hit the table. Oh, so some of you very specifically being easily annoyed by people, gotta go. If that's still you now, gotta go, because something about the way that you're gonna meet your next love, or that the overall like dating to the next commitment happens, something about it, I guess it would easily annoy you, possibly due to your trauma and the way you have this baggage and you need to clear. Like, you know how some people are slightly mean just due to the hardships because of the guard. If that's you, water is healing, right? Like, you gotta clear that out. Slow pace, more localized energy, I said, because it landed on the card that represents that. Okay, so as you forgive and heal and slow down so that you're not like as easily annoyed, you'll step into something that's really good for you. Like, it'll be someone that's devoted to you, you'll be devoted to them. And you know what, I got it now. One telltale sign is how devoted, how attentive this person is for you. And the reason why that matters is because if you're still in this energy of the conflict and the needing to heal, that's not going to benefit you you're going to self-sabotage the connection, right? Because this person's, okay, the table says that while still in this energy, if you come across this person, they will annoy you because you will be suspicious of them. You will be easily triggered by them because it's not going to feel real. Like, you may think like that this person's like love bombing you. Like, it's something about the way this person treats you. It feels like a pile that has trauma where you're not used to being treated well. I want y'all treated well. So let's work on this because I love you guys. I want y'all with devoted partners. I definitely want you guys treated well, but you're not, at least the table says you're either not now or historically were not in the energy of being receptive to the type of devotion that this particular partner is going to give you. That's so sweet. So let me go ahead. Yeah, look at that. Because at the bottom, you already had fireworks and we've got sweet like honey. This is going to be a really sweet person, a really excited person. This is someone that wears their heart on their sleeve. They pay attention to everything you like, everything you don't like. And it feels like a very sensitive soul that will, I don't want to say you would ruin them by being so annoyed by the way they love. It's someone that I don't want to say that this person has a youthful energy because I don't know that it's like that. But this person, the way that they're gonna love you, they have not been ruined or jaded by life yet. So I don't know y'all's age. And if this is an older person, I love that for them because they've had, I'm not saying they haven't had challenges. I'm not saying they haven't had hardships because I feel like you two will connect in healing and like that. But when it comes to love, I don't know that they've ever experienced any soul shattering betrayals in any of their connections that would have them afraid to love in the way that they're gonna love you. So in you treating them like they're weird for wearing their heart on the sleeve like that, it would start, basically you would start becoming this person's trauma. And the universe is like, nah, we got plans for this person. If this eggnog's not going to be right for them, we want someone else. But because this eggnog is healing and clearing their energy, we got a sweet soul we're going to share with them, right? Because it feels like sweet soul energy. If you've been traumatized, if you've been like with a lot of people that have just done you wrong, whether they're bad people or if they just incompatible with you, this is your era. I'm so happy for you. But like I said, you just have to be ready before, if it takes long, because I don't have a timeline. If it takes long, actually I do. I actually do have a timeline for some of you. The time is because you got to be ready to be receptive to this type of gentle soul. Not saying this person's perfect, but you seem to lack patience and are easily a little bit annoyed, okay? That's what it says. But some of you, there's a new moon where the season transitions to fall, right? Virgo ends summer, Libra begins fall. So during that transition will be relevant, whether that's when you meet this person or anything like that. Okay, could be someone's birthday, could be someone's placements, right? Like someone could have Virgo and or Libra placements here. Whether that's because their birthday is in one of those signs, making that their sun, or if that's because this person is just dominant in one of those signs, which you would only know if you have like the birth time, right? Or at least birthday location to guesstimate, right? What I said, pure innocent soul. You may stumble across this person after a period of celibacy yourself, but this is someone that kind of stays to themselves. They're very pure, very single, very innocent, okay? Like that's this person's whole aura, okay? So tell me more. They tend to overextend, okay? They do. They tend to overextend and they have a free spirit. They do have a free spirit. They love life. They love sharing life. They love experiencing life, okay? And it could be someone that prioritizes like fitness and chakra alignment and just energy work, anything like that. They may be very connected and in tune with the universe, because that's what I've got here. Very, very sweet, healing soul. Like this person in and of themselves is a healer. So like if you start and initiate your own healing journey enough to where you're not gonna ruin the connection with them and traumatize them along with yourself, Then we have the space where this person actually can open up and heal you a little more, but they have a tendency to be devoted and overextend. You'll catch on to that early on. And like I said, if you're traumatized, you may, because this is their trauma too, right? Everybody's got their own trauma. Their trauma is overextending and being devoted. If you're easily annoyed, you're going to be suspicious and think that it's a setup. You're going to think that they're trying to get over, take advantage in some way. And that's genuinely this person's nature. So that's, I'm letting you know now that that's how it's going to go. Okay, so let me get your advice. I think we got a lot of indicators. I think I gave y'all all kinds of stuff. Location, potential like astrological placements and or transits. How this person's energy is, how you're likely to respond to it. Okay. You know, I mentioned your intuition a lot in this pile, and you just feeling instinctually what you should be doing, when and how, and just kind of going in alignment with your journey. Emphasize that, right? Creativity feels like leaning into your creative expression, doing the things that you feel you should be doing, sometimes even where it may not make the most sense. Okay, but nurture your creative expression, whether that's talents, hobbies, skills, your actual work, whatever that is where you're most creative. Lean into that. That actually does help heal you. And there is something very specific that you're very, very creative at that's going to really propel you on your destiny, which will lead you to this person, because all of that's connected, right? So this is my destiny pile, right? Your creative endeavors and expressions are keeping you on path to your destiny, okay? So I'm going to close you out and move along to pile number 2. All right, pile 2, my Mocha Gingerbread Cappuccino. We're going to see who's coming towards you in love and how you'll recognize your next partner. Okay, so personal individual message, because it's all connected and it seems to be what aligns you with this next partner. There's some type of goal, there's some type of vision that you have. And it's something that you've either been like really fixed on for some time, or like you're stepping into an energy at this time of you getting this reading of like, okay, I need to really focus on this and fixate on this. And doing so will lead you to some sort of success. This success, I don't want to say is critical to you meeting this person, but the journey towards that success is in fact critical to you meeting this person. Like you being fixated on this thing, you chasing this specific thing, it seems to be what aligns you with this partner, okay? All right, so tell me, my Mocha Gingerbread Cappuccino. Let's get an overview. Oh, okay, everybody's just having love today. All right, I'm going to keep it. This came out in the first pile, so I normally would get mad and put it back, but I'm having a great day. So we're just going to roll with it. New romantic cycle begins. Adjustments are required, okay? So in you being very fixed on whatever the journey is, whatever the thing is, the victory you're chasing, know that there is some adjustment that is required in order to align you with this partner. So we need to stay focused on the thing, but there's some type of adjustment that needs to be happening in association with it, as well as this connection. Okay? Let me get this. I don't know what's going on. I dropped the deck. Maybe someone dropped something. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe something needs to be picked up, but this is a hard deck. So if it made you scared, I apologize. It's heavy, okay? But look at that Six of Wands, that victory, that praise, that parade, right? Some of you may literally meet your next romantic partner at a parade. Okay, let me see. Tell me, my pile 2, a Mocha Gingerbread Cappuccino. God of Pentacles that almost came out, and he's feeling really good about something. Like he's feeling like he conquered the world. I don't know who that is, but he came out. I had to put him back because it didn't come out the way that it needs to, but That God of Pentacles is feeling he's on top of the world right now. Okay? At least the energy of your pile. When you cross paths with whoever you're crossing paths with, whatever, whether he is you or he is who you're crossing paths with. Because look at that. Ain't that something? We got the Judgment card of like nothing will be the same again. Like we're talking about an ascension that once these adjustments happen, this new cycle begins, that's it. Also, because of this victory success with the Judgment, this is it, you guys. Like whatever partner I'm talking about, this is your partner you're closing this life cycle with. That's what the implication is already on the table. It's very final. Okay? Very, very final. Let me loosen up this deck. You hear me talk about it a lot. It's the first edition, y'all. So like it's made with like the highest quality, which is good for the longevity of the deck. But you know, it's not the friendliest when we try to shuffle. So let's see. At least not the way I like to shuffle. Because I prefer my jumpers. Because it kind of confirms for a lot of the viewers that it's not me. I'll take all of that. All right, at the bottom now, I have that 7 of Wands. Let me see if I can make space for all these cards. Adjustments are required, and the 7 of Wands is the same vibe, right? Same vibe. Because 7 of Wands is me against the world. I'm fighting all these people, but I'm still going to come out on top. But what adjustments do you make to ensure that you, in fact, win against all odds? Like, how do you do that, right? That's going to be a critical theme around the time you stumble upon this person. Like, what adjustments do I make to succeed in the 6 of Wands against all odds? How do I do that? Okay. Yeah, I'm in lack. I'm down bad. Like, it's rough, right? 5 of Pentacles. It's like, I need to get in this gate with these Pentacles. Right now, I'm out in the cold. Like, it's not happening for me. How do I change that? That's this energy, okay? And look at that. I got the 3 of Cups, of friendship and collaboration. I say collaboration, but this is just good time. Like this is, I'm feeling good, even if things are bad. And then the 9 of Pentacles there, where we talk about personal fulfillment and success. So one of the questions on the table is, how do you find personal fulfillment and growth and development despite circumstances that may not be in your control? That's the question. I don't know why I'm all philosophical for this pile, but like even more so than normal, but that's the energy of the table, okay? Some of you here, very specific instance, you're going to be feeling really lonely, even if you're feeling successful. And there's going to be at least one friend that's like, we need to get you outside. They take you outside, you meet this person, or they may be very hands-on in like trying to set you up with someone specific. Okay. I've also gotten an energy of where, okay, so I got heavy themes of cold, right? Yeah, I know Libra begins the fall, but 5 of Pentacles feels very much winter season for me. Always has. So let me keep pulling these cards. Tell me more about my Mocha, Gingerbread, Cappuccino. Who's coming towards them in love, and how will they recognize their next partner? It's not, the person's not, yeah, they solid. A lot of you, I have a largely feminine audience, so I lead with that perspective because it's like 97% of y'all. Okay. That King of Pentacles likely was, I mean, he came in hot, right? So when we're talking about feminines looking for masculine, we got Capricorn, heavy Capricorn energy hitting the table, which is a winter sign. Now, I'm not saying the sun is in Capricorn. I'm saying this person is solid and very Capricorn in nature, even if they don't have those placements, right? They may be a little wise beyond their years. They may be a little more mature, right? They may come across as a little more mature than their actual age. They may be a little older, depending on what we're talking about here, but this is someone that understands the work. They understand what has to happen when it has to happen. They're very good at adjusting, and if they have to go it alone, they will. They don't mind going it alone. They're actually very gifted at thriving alone. right? Like they will, if it takes a village some kind of way, this energy, he makes it happen anyway. Like, how did you build that house? It takes 5 people. I just did whatever I had to do. And people are like bewildered, right? But that's this person's energy. They will do whatever has to happen, even if it seems miraculous in the way that they make it happen. Okay? Very dependable, very reliable person. Okay? Very ambitious, career-oriented person. So let me get one more from this deck. Yeah, they're very smart. They're very stable, right? Very smart, very stable. We got 2 earth signs now. Okay. This is probably someone with a little bit of a stronger, more fit build, because I have both Capricorn and Virgo, right? Remember, Virgo rules fitness and health and wellness. Capricorn rules solid, stable, sturdy things, okay? Things that last and stand the test of time. That's this person's nature, but that's also very much in their physical appearance. Very strong, okay? But very, very good at the details, at the little things, at the regimen, at the discipline. That's how they've gotten where they are. Very physically attractive. I got like an off distance toot of confirmation when this Venus card came out. They look good. Very strong, okay? Very loving, very caring, but may come across slightly cold initially, but they're very, very friendly, okay? They're a good time, okay? All right, let me keep pulling these cards. I mean, I feel like it's not much to say. This person's great. So, I mean, maybe we see the where, how, when. Capricorn rules career, social status, reputation. Virgo is day-to-day life. Venus is everything associated with love, beauty, money, resources, assets. All of those things are related. So tell me more about how my pile number 2 is going to recognize this person. Nope, I'm putting it back. Some of you are picking multiple piles. Good for you. I love it. I love the support. I love that you guys like the pictures. I don't know why lately they just look better. I didn't do anything different other than find better stuff. I don't know. Just happened that way. But tell me how they'll recognize this person. Okay. Yeah, I mean, of course, this person has control issues. I absolutely do. They absolutely do. Okay. We have enchanted love, a sacred bond that is divinely guided and harmonious, right? So this is someone that will be enchanted by you early on, okay? And I do think I mentioned this person just looks so good. You're going to be immediately attracted to this person. Like, ooh, who is that? They look so good. My type. That's going to be you. They're going to give you butterflies, okay? Very much so. So let me see if I can get, yeah, I want one more from this deck. Butterflies may be a literal symbol, okay, of relevance. Okay, we got an exploring energy and courting. Formal courtship. If you're not used to formal courtship, get ready for that. If you are, this person's going to be very serious and very traditional, very old school when it comes to it. Like, they may catch you off guard, especially if this isn't a younger person that just has that Capricorn air, like that old soul maturity. Like, why are you so old school? Why are you so traditional for your age? Like, I get that, okay? Now, if this is actual maturity, a more mature person, it makes sense. But like, something about the courtship is very grown, very detail oriented, very like uncommon, I guess, for these younger generations, right? Like this new, like even like millennial on down, it's like, ooh, that's not how people really date, but I like it, okay? Because there's a lot to explore here. Like, this is someone that it feels like the courtship is adventures. It's like very enchanted love, butterflies, and like, let's go explore. So maybe it's traveling. Maybe it's just exploring different things around different neighborhoods, different hobbies, different little journeys, quests. That's what it feels like here, okay? 3 of Cups is outside energy, okay? Like, you know, a good example of like with like I'll even use like my region for example, because we're known for like Mardi Gras and parades. This is someone, if you're not from out here, this would be part of court. Like, hey, you want to go down and like explore carnival and like the areas where carnival is a thing. You never did carnival. We're going to go do carnival. That's us, right? Little unique side quests where it's not conventional, like a traditional movies, traditional dinner, right? Stuff like that. All right. Abundance, hidden wealth, transformation. This person's like a hidden gem. Like you don't really, the thing about this person is you're kind of shocked to stumble upon them because they may keep to themselves a little bit, right? The gate and the 5 pentacles could be just that people in general don't have access to this person because it's the hidden wealth themes. It feels like someone that's doing really well, really successful, but like you kind of at face value wouldn't be able to tell how much success this person actually has. Feels like someone that has more assets than most people realize they actually have. Okay, you'll be surprised. And that's probably why the courting and the exploration of it is catches you off guard because, oh, I got you. Some of you this is how you know, you're gonna be like, okay, where is this person getting money from? Like, I know they got a regular job, like I got a regular job. And I feel like the dates or the trips, the whatever, they're a little more expensive. Not saying they're fancy or luxury. I'm saying like, even if it's like, I don't know, like some random niche destination that most people don't go to, you know, like, okay, we're going to go here, we're going to do this. And when you count, it adds up and you're like, okay, yeah, we're just dating. I don't even know if we're fully exclusive yet. And this person's like really has a lot of attention to detail for the dates. But at the same time, why? And how? You know what I mean? Like it's suspicious to some of you. I love it because all of y'all that watch the channel, y'all are so suspicious. So am I. So that's why y'all are connecting with me. I'm not like acting like I'm above the suspicions, okay? Let me see. Tell me more. I would, because this, you know, the hidden energy, that's what it was starting to feel. It was like, well, how do they know? I don't know how they know, but something about the way that you and this person are kind of able to explore the connection and the methods and the like the actual dates. I feel like it's exciting. You like it, but it throws you off a little bit. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, look at that. We got tradition very early on. This person's gonna tell you, right? I'm doing this. The way we're dating is because I'm serious about where we're going. Like, this person will be very transparent and saying, like I'm telling you, it's very dry. Like, I'm gonna make sure that Pao2 knows this is a courtship. I am dating for marriage. So all of this we're doing, we're exploring because, like, I'm trying to like have a family, literal family with birth. Okay, that's why it's like that. And I'm not really interested in anything surface level. I'm not interested in, yeah, I'm over here like putting my screen back on, y'all. My bad. Excuse the background noise. I muted it. We're good. But like, this person's really wanting a family. That is the goal. I'm gonna pull like maybe what, couple more. Listen, especially those of you that are selecting gold, orange, yellow, gold attire, specifically dresses may be a thing, but especially those of you aligning with like divine feminine energy, where I've been describing this masculine for you. Yeah, I don't know why everybody's tooting their horns today, but commitment. Okay, like that's what they want. They're looking to get married. I expect this couple where you establish compatibility to move very quickly. Engagement, marriage, first kid together. Like within a certain span of time, because it's, I'll say 3 years, within 3 years. Okay. Now I know some people are like, oh, that's long. Not necessarily. Okay. Honestly, may even be like within 3 months, within 3 quarters. So that's less than a year. Like, it's all going to be different for all of you based on your comfort levels and things like that. But I mean, yeah, this person's going to treat you like the world, like the divine feminine, like a goddess. And you may not be used to that. It's a lot of powers like that. But that's this energy here. Okay. But just know this person's disciplined, they're routine oriented. And that's very important because I keep coming over here like, oh, strict. This is strict energy. So like, if there is a shadow, the shadow is the strict energy, right? So there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, if that's not what you're used to, it takes some adapting where you want that, right? It's all, everyone wants different things. So my Mocha, Gingerbread, Cappuccino, the advice, we got this crown of the bee of confidence. So be confident. You just need to be confident that you deserve this. A lot of C's on the table. I was already looking at that, but I was ignoring it because time, if I'm being honest. But be confident, be creative, right? Confidence and creativity, 100% chakra energy in the energy that I just read. When I remember I mentioned all of the gold, yellow, orange, boom. Confidence, it is sacral, gold, yellow chakra energy. Creativity is orange chakra energy. Heal your sacral. Look at me. Heal your sacral. Heal your solar plexus. Lean into that. Feel powerful. Feel worthy of that type of love and commitment and courting, so that you can make sure that you align with it, you resonate with it. Because I find that when people get the things that they want most and they're not aligned with the energy of it, they self-sabotage. And there are a lot of books and things like that. I may be working on something myself to kind of help you guys maneuver those types of things. Because if you're not ready to be aligned with that energy of being treated as well as you would like, it throws off your nervous system, okay? All right, so I'm gonna close you out and move along to pile number 3. All right, pile 3, my hot chocolate with marshmallows. Let's take a look at who's coming towards you in love and how you'll recognize your next partner. So let me go ahead and get an overview. What is this? What is this? A personal issue reaches resolution and healing. Okay, well, there's a lot of healing. We're not ready for that because we still getting a good little shuffle. But if you have any issues right now, just be cool, because as best you can, obviously, I don't like downplay y'all's situations because life is life, right? But especially if it feels slow and stagnant, right now is a time for healing, right? Like you need to heal, you need to ground so that you're able to be receptive to the things like love when they present themselves for you. Like you need to be in a place for that, okay? Just give yourself the opportunity to be in a space for that. But please know, because your deck literally says it, that a personal issue will be resolved, right? Your hard work is paying off. We got a new moon in Capricorn. A lot of winter season here, which makes sense because that thumbnail. So we got that. Absolutely heavy Capricorn energy. We got the full moon in Cancer. And look what's back. Same thing. Personal issue reaches resolution. So that's the theme of your pile, is a personal issue reaches resolution. A full moon in Cancer could be relevant. Okay? I say that because these are back-to-back transits, back-to-back major moon cycles, right? This is the new moon, which is in alignment with that full moon as that happens during Capricorn season. So we have the work-life axis. We have the maternal-paternal axis, right? We got the home career axis. Those are going to be critical themes around your next love, okay? Some of you, just letting you know, this is going to be the one you make a child with, right? Or adopt or something like that, whatever that aligns with. That's already on the table. You may connect via any parent or paternal, maternal figure aligned with you or this person. It came out prominently here from my hot chocolate with marshmallows. Let me see. Tell me more what's going on here. This is going to be a person. That's how you know. Ooh, it's loud. Very hardworking. Okay. Could be Capricorn dominant now. I could be talking about you, but they will, if you are Capricorn dominant, right? Anytime I read these piles, if I'm labeling you as something, just know that a healthy partner has to align with that energy in some way. So even if I'm saying, okay, heavy Capricorn placements, some Cancer, if that's you, just know that person has to align with that energy somewhat for compatibility reasons. So, hardworking, okay? very driven, very career driven, very close with their family, their loved ones. It feels like someone that really knows already, like they want to have a family of their own just by nature of the way that they were raised, the way that they connect with their family, specifically their parents. Okay, this is someone whose career mission, like it aligns with the vision they have for themselves and their family. That's how rooted it is, right? Remember, this is also the axis of like your roots, your ancestry, when we talk about the 4th house. Yeah, we got Temperance. Tell me more about that hot chocolate with marshmallows. Well, that's not fun. So much came out in the splash that I just grabbed the stacks of them the way that they fell. We'll see what this is because I'm actually going to keep that one. But this first stack didn't make it past me. This is not someone that gives it to God, the universe. This is not someone that is easily like falling in love and having a crush. This is not someone that prioritizes themselves at all. This is someone that cares very, very deeply for their family. Like they don't have a selfish bone in their body. This is someone that is very strong, very powerful, very much connected to their emotions and nurturing other people and their goals. Like everything that they do, even where it's work, it's passion-based, it's fulfillment, it's to make the world a better place, okay? And very connected to, I think I was saying that before, the splash, their roots, their ancestry, their family history and things like that, because the chariot is ruled by the sign of Cancer, which is there. Okay, so this also feels like an emperor, very much connected to like the maternal bloodline specifically. Let me have a preference there. So what's this? Yeah, hard working, very much into work, very efficient, but very gifted at the things they do. Very lucky. Okay, this person has had life-changing luck. Like something about the way this person lives and opportunities that have presented themselves to them, or just the instances in life day to day. Very, very fortunate in this life. Okay. All right. Let me see. I want to shuffle this while we talk about that. 8 of Pentacles. This is somebody that's just really good at their job. Like whatever they do for work professionally, it's like a natural skill, a natural talent they have. They're just good at it. Nobody can take that from them. They're just always going to be good at it. Okay. Feels like a very handy person, right? Like a lot of nuance, a lot of creativity in the things they do. Like they can always find a way. Like, you know, when we talk about finding a way to make something work, like they're that personality. So let me see my hot chocolate with marshmallows. And look who's back. The chariot. We will take it. A lot of blue and white. I was already going to say it, but here we go. All right. So we got heavy Capricorn. That's the loudest energy. Followed by that, it is now the sign of Cancer. And now we also we actually have the Gemini Sagittarius axis. So they could be dominant in any of this. These could also be transits, right? And axis. So just like we've got the new moon in Capricorn, full moon in Cancer, you can flip that. New moon in Cancer, full moon in Capricorn, right? And both of those reversals I just gave you along that Gemini Sagittarius axis, okay? All right. Very smart, very intellectual, very good alchemist. This person is a master manifester, right? That's why, you know, when we talk about Temperance being the sign of alchemy and then the Magician just kind of being the creator, same vibe, because it's the axis of those two signs. So very expansive, very intellectual, very excellent communicator, like probably has a really nice voice. They're very good at connecting with people in like small local areas as well as like globally. Like they can do whatever they need to do and connect with whoever they need to connect with. That's actually one of their talents and skills, is their emotional intelligence and ability to connect deeper with other people. Okay. Strong maternal energy here. Okay, whether that's just their connection to their, like I mentioned, maternal bloodline, maternal figures, or if that's just their aura. Okay. All right. I don't know why this is the next deck. I did something weird when I cleansed, so we'll move on to this and go back to the astrology deck. But you got 3 out of 4 major arcana cards. This person is divinely favored. They have a very divine aura. Doesn't have to be esoteric, but the aura is very strong, very powerful, very much like chosen one energy. Doesn't have to be like somebody with this great grand whatever thing, but wherever they are, whatever place space you meet this person, you can tell they're meant to be there doing the things they're doing, and they do it well. So let me see. Tell me more about my hot chocolate with marshmallows. Who's coming towards them in love, and how will they meet their next partner? Safe place, strong and stable. This person's gonna feel like a safe place. You will meet this person somewhere that feels incredibly safe. I don't know why that's relevant. I don't know why safety is a thing, but that's gonna be the situation. That's gonna be the setting. Okay. You might benefit from the passion place readings actually, because that's that's literally a where you're gonna meet your soulmate or whatever. That's the theme of that playlist. I'll link it if I do redirections for the members, but it's the pink lattes. So you're in your play space, but safe place. There's a warm, okay, so there's something about this pile. There's an energy of like, you gotta have to recognize this person because everything surrounding this person, all of the people, just very safe, very warm, very welcoming, you know, very good at connecting. Like, this isn't a negative situation, negative environment. I don't know if you're used to dating partners that got a lot of mean people around them, but like, this isn't that, okay? This person's gonna feel very, very safe to have children with. Regardless of if you want children, regardless of if you have children, it's not really relevant to the energy of this person. This person is a safe place for children. They're very good with children. Children like them. When you look at them and you judge the content of their character, you would leave children alone with them, right? Like you would leave them responsible for children. You wouldn't say anything negative about their ability to raise children or help raise children. So that's a theme. So I don't know why that's a theme, but I hope all is well. And any trauma where it is not, I hope that we get some healing for this pile. Because like I said, this person's nurturing. They're safe for you. So tell me more. This person's not going to be super spiritual. Their aura might be, but they not. Okay? They just feel safe. They feel stable. They feel grounded. They're not like, if you're like spiritual woo-woo like me, this person's not. This is not about a spiritual awakening. This is a grounded, stable, secure person. Physical, physical, physical. Okay? It's not, even if this person feels like a spiritual connection with you, it's all about safety and stability. Like, this person's not worried about that. If you like that, they love that for you. Like, if you're interested in tarot and astrology, they'll engage you with that. But that's not really their vibe, I feel. Okay? Because the spiritual awakening, like, it doesn't feel like that. And where you meet someone that it does have like the spiritual esoteric energy, you're like, Onyx girl, you lied. No, I didn't, because it just still feels stable and grounded. If by chance the person here is that way, like really esoteric, they've mastered the alchemy. Like, they're not all spiritual woo. Like, you're not going to catch this person hyper fixating on spirituality. Like, they're not going to be like I'm not coming for y'all, but they're not gonna like be binge watching a million tarot readings. They're not gonna be constantly fixated on every single transit that happens. It'll be a healthy balance of, they get a reading if they feel like they need one. They follow the transits. They may get their solar return, right? They follow the major shifts, but like beyond that, like they're beyond the awakening, right? To where they're able to ground this knowledge in the 3D. That's the mastery, y'all. Like, that's what this is for. Like, if y'all looking at tarot readings, learning astrology, human design, all of that, like, the whole point is to take this and apply it day to day. This person's at that stage if they're into that. Like, they're not looking to talk about tarot astrology all the time or hyperfixate on it. Like they're wanting to like go out and live. Okay. But you're going to connect very deeply, very intensely with the magnetic souls. And it feels like an instant pull between two auras. Very sensually stimulated. We will not elaborate, but I did mention that this pile feels like a pregnancy contract from like the higher realms. Like this feels like two people that kind of part of the destiny is they come together, they create life or they nurture life, right? So where actually creating a child is not the thing. It's where a couple kind of has that contract where they come in and they're going to adopt a specific child or something like that, whatever the thing is, however the thing is, or start a nonprofit that nurtures tons of children, right? Like it just, you got children you're supposed to have or deeply impact you and this person. So let me go ahead and, like I said, very sensually stimulated where you're supposed to create one. Okay, so I love it for you, but I'm letting you know. Let me see now. This deck was supposed to be before the one we just used, so I'm curious to see why it switched. We got Aquarius energy. I mentioned that community vibe where we talk about like nonprofits and things like that, because this is a pile that's meant to serve the collective, which is why, you know, those of you, this person's either dry, mundane, don't care about spirituality at all, or they're an ascended master of some way. Like they've ascended beyond the need of all things we talked about, because collective minded, right? Very original, heavy into philanthropy, very progressive mind. Okay. Yeah, we got the transition or transformation of Scorpio energy. So tell me more. You're probably going to meet this person via networking. I kind of touched on that a little bit where I mentioned like possibly connecting via like, I think what, family, I think I said earlier. But you're going to meet this person through someone else, right? Or by proximity to like, okay, you meet this person at a networking event because like it's an event that only people, I don't know, would have gone to because they know somebody, right? Like, okay, so you're at this thing, right? And this person comes in and you know other people at the thing. That's why they're at the thing. Same with you. And now you're connected because of the mutual connections here. This is the pile of your, even though I gave specifics on how you may actually connect, there seems to be this bridge. So I want to read the dominant energy as the bridge. And I might be talking about literal bridge, actually. Some of you is going to be near a bridge. But while the dominant energy is that bridge, others of you are going to be on one side or the other of the bridge. And this analogy that I'm using could be very literal for someone. But the reason, okay, so Gemini is hyper-localized energy of the magician, right? Sagittarius is expansive, cultural, like traveling far and wide to places that are foreign to you energy, okay? And so this Chariot card, yeah, we got Judgment. It's like a bridge, right? I often read it like, okay, we got that desert, which is very like small. I mean, the desert is not small, but when we talk about people, and people connecting with other people, like this Aquarius energy, it would be more in alignment with, I guess, that Gemini, smaller, detailed energy versus the expansive nature of the city. That would be more Sagittarius space. You're likely to see a mix of and a hybrid of cultures here versus everyone kind of possibly related, connected personally, intimately out here. And so, like I said, the dominant energy I'm going to read as the bridge of that. But like some of you, you're going to be on one side or the other side of that bridge where it's one or the other. Okay. So tell me, let me get one more. House 1. Very unique, distinct features this person's going to have. Very, very attractive. Very universally attractive. But something about, they got a weird quirk that makes them a little more attractive just because something about their appearance is different from other people's. Okay, like it's like this one anomaly and it looks really good on them. I don't know what it is. Right? Like some people have like birthmarks. Some people have like, I don't know, like distinct undertones, like, you know, certain undertones like olive and all of the things are just very, they're not as common as other undertones. Like something about this person's physical appearance is very unique, very distinct to where nobody could even pretend to be them. No, like you would not mistake anyone else for them. You would not mistake them for anyone else because they look like them all the time. No matter what they do, no matter how they change their appearance, like they still look like them all the time. Okay, so let's see here. Somebody might be an Aquarius rising, actually. But there's a, okay, everything about the meeting is heavy 11th house themes. Okay, that's community, that's culture, that's networking. Okay, it's large groups of friends. Very mission based. Okay. All right, so let's get our final messages on how my pile number 3 is going to recognize their next partner. We got, listen, I told y'all, this is that group. I'm telling you. Why we got the creation card, and it's create with me. It feels very sensual, like that sexual healing card. Okay, we got conception, like this person, like it's something, listen, I said it. I'm not going to repeat it. Somebody might be a teacher here. That makes sense with this collective space energy. Teachers definitely lead collective spaces, and teachers are very good with children, right? So I've got commitment. Oh, this is another one of those piles where y'all are going to connect and at least get engaged. But it feels like regardless, this is going to be a couple that's binded by life, whether it's by nature of like any work y'all do. I'm keeping it broad. But realistically, the dominant energy is you will be connected forever because y'all are going to create a life together. Like a person, or y'all just going to get married. I don't know, but you're going to be binded, trapped together forever. Stuck. I'm not pulling anymore. I'm just leave it like that because the card said what they said. All right, let me go ahead and close you out with some advice. At the bottom, you already had, finding love just now. So let me see. What advice do we have? Okay, confidence is, this is my second time seeing this today. So if this is, if you pick both piles where this card came out, you really need confidence, okay? Like really make sure you're confident in who you are and who you want to be, because we got banish a curse. So your confidence will banish a curse, okay? Of some nature. Could be generational, right? It could be actually, you know what? Banish a curse with confidence feels like you're the couple that's gonna like clear some generational curse, clear some generational trauma. Like like banish a curse with confidence. So like you two go ahead, especially with those of you that are gonna end up like having a child with this person. The more you if you identify with the energy of being a generational curse breaker in your bloodline, because a lot of you do, this person is as well. And that's why this pile is like that. So the more you banish the curse, the more you gain confidence, the more aligned with this person you become, the closer you connect. Okay? The closer in proximity actually to the person you will be. Because because it's like you clear enough of that on your own, they clear enough of that on their own, do you come together and then you clear as much as you're meant to together in this life. Okay, so make sure you do that. Go ahead and banish that curse with confidence. I'm going to close you out and move along to pile number 4. All right, pile number 4, my hot chocolate with whipped cream. Let's take a look at who's coming towards you in love and how you'll recognize your next partner. So let me go ahead and get a good little shuffle so we can see what's going on with this partner. Well, look at you. We got a new moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. And have faith in your dreams. Something about this person, they are aligned with your goals, your ambitions, and your dreams. And, you know, something about meeting this person, experiencing this person, just, they're going to inspire you even more. Like, so, you know how there's always a group where it's like, hey, you know, focus on you. This person's going to come in. Something about when this person comes in for this specific pile is they will help you ascend and elevate even more towards your goals, because they're going to restore your faith, or they're going to add layers to your faith, your confidence in yourself. And something about this partnership is connecting is very much just the beginning of both of your success. Like you two will be even more prosperous in union than apart. Okay, so I love that for you. Let me go ahead and get this tarot. Yep, I got the moon card, which in this deck is the parting of the sea. It's gonna literally be like the miracle of parting the sea, right? Like something about connecting is a clear path to prosperity for both of you. Okay. All right, marriage. Look at you. Straight up marriage. Moving in together and getting married like immediately. Like that's this couple. It feels like the couple that has a really nice home, right? A home that other people want to visit, but this is a couple that has a really nice house as an asset. Taurus rules assets, right? Second house. So let me see. So what's all about? It's like, okay, yeah, you're gonna meet this person, y'all are gonna get married and have a nice house. I don't know, I need more than that to work with. Tell me more about this hot chocolate with whipped cream. Success. Nice house and success. I got a wave of like some of you, like there's a subset of you that already know who I'm talking about. Like you're just asking about like how it's gonna go. Because why am I seeing this way? Like the way it's hitting, it's like, yep, gonna get married immediately. Nice home. Success. So if you're looking for that confirmation regarding someone specific, where it makes sense that this would be resonating, like there you go, because that's what this pile feels like in confirmation. I've got the Hermit. This is a couple that's gonna be happy together. Honestly, this might be a couple that kind of likes to stay in the house a little bit, if I'm being honest. Like busy people that are successful, that are stable, kind of do like to stay home, especially if you know you got a nice house and you got everything you kind of want or need there. People do that. Since we have this Hermit card, ruled by the sign of Virgo, health and wellness, overall lifestyle, overall routine and regimen. Level up with this person. I don't know why, but you're very, very stable, just energetically overall with this person, whoever it is. Okay. I like that the Hermit card is like that in this deck. I mean, this is, I don't even like bride. That's a bride, right? Traditional wedding with family and friends. So, well, how do they recognize this person? How do we get here? how does my hot chocolate with whipped cream get there? I love the vision. I support the vision, but how do we get to the stability for this group? Let me give them more than that. Okay, my pile 4. How do they recognize this partner on the table? We got house 8. Oh, I don't know who needs to know this and why. Y'all know I support all of y'all different types of love. Y'all know I do. I don't have time to care. But house 8 is a very, it rules the dead. Boom. It's an ancestral card. So I'll be broad and say you'll recognize this person immediately because it's someone you know, like your ancestors would approve of. Like if you got like elder relatives that have crossed over, it's like, I know this great grandparent would have loved this person. That's the broad one. Some of you real specific, real particular, especially if you know you do like ancestral work and things like that, it's gonna be someone with a similar ancestry of some form. Okay, whether it is religious, whether it is racial, whatever it is, because everybody's got different lifestyles. All are welcome here. Y'all know I don't have time to be in y'all's personal business. Okay, but that's one of the kickers of how you'll know. Okay, this person will feel like an inheritance. 8th house rules those inheritances. Now, the shadow is like, yeah, they'll feel like you've inherited like the debt in terms of like you may see some of your own personal shadows, your bloodline, your ancestry shadows in this person, because that's part of the contract. But like it's not anything chaotic beyond, that's life. No one's perfect. Like, but that's what I see. You'll see some of your own personal demons, your ancestral demons in this person. Okay, but the blessing that comes with that, right, is that you'll see an inheritance. Like this person will feel like the ultimate blessing of a partner, the exact partner you want, the type of partner you know that certain family members do or would approve of. All right, so 8th house signistry is no joke, so it feels like someone you're gonna have that with for sure. Trine, but overall I know I took it down, you know, some more realism, the more realistic lane, but I don't want that to throw y'all off because it's a beautiful, divinely supported connection, right? Trine talks about angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. This person will just naturally work. That's why they jump into, yeah, y'all gonna get married, y'all gonna be successful, y'all gonna be in a house together, because it may not feel realistic at first. Like, how long can we sustain this? Like, we not really into it too much. Like, yeah, we have a little tussle, you know, every now and then. I say tussle. Don't be fighting, for real. I'm just being facetious and like, yeah, we argued a little bit, but like overall, we're rolling in harmony. Like, we're in perfect flow. So we're aligned in our energy. We're aligned with our ebbs and flows. When I'm high energy, ready to move around, this person's high energy, ready to move around. When I'm tired and want to stay home, this person's tired, want to stay home. That's how aligned your auras will be. It just naturally makes sense. Okay. And the reason why I'm using these broad descriptors is because it's not many people where you're going to be that aligned with in this life. So when you find them, boom, that's them. This is not common. So I'm going to keep pulling these cards and see. My hot chocolate with whipped cream. Tell me more about how they're going to recognize this partner. Got 2 more decks. Why not? How they're going to recognize this next partner. Okay, they're going to be very patient with you. Okay? Like, something about this person, they got time. They got time, they got patience, and all of the things. I'm not grabbing those because it's y'all's trauma. Yeah, that's emotional support in reverse. That's playfulness in reverse. And then I got spiritual awakening in reverse. So it's like, if you're used to people that are closed-minded, if you're used to people that just not supportive in any way, that have no patience, that's boring, dry, not fun, dead in the water. I'm not picking those cards up because I don't want them around the table. Okay. It's going to feel like a harvest for sure. It's going to feel like a movie, right? Because the best part card talks about it being like a movie. Like, it's so great that it can't be real life. Your life is like a movie, right? Whatever rom-com romance you want it to be. Okay. And for you, because your key identifier is this person's patience. Okay. I want you to remember, part of that is bringing out the best in the both of you, right? So this person, I'm not saying this is a patient person just overall. I'm saying they're patient with you. So if you find especially if you find somebody that just lacks patience overall, but for whatever reason, they got all kinds of patience all the time in the world for you. You see what I'm saying? That's the best part, is the harvest of knowing that you're this person's priority. Okay. But the harvest, y'all gonna have money as a union combined together. Okay. Even if you have money separate, even if you don't have money separate, coming together is going to bring the sweetness of honey. All right. We got the parrot. That may be a redirection for some of you. I actually have honey themes piles, so that could be a theme for you as well. But let me see. I'm going to get ready to close you out. Someone has trauma with people using them financially. That could be you. That could be them. If it's you, this is your confirmation. If it's them, you will know why it means so much to them to have a partner that they can build with in union. Okay. So what else? What else? What else? Well, Shun is back. She came out in the earlier pile. I don't even remember which one, but this person, if you align with divine feminine energy, they're going to treat you like divine feminine, God, goddess energy. If this is this person's energy, they will be very nurturing, very caring, very supportive of you. Okay, this is someone that's very traditionally attractive. You had honey before Oshun, so very much in alignment with the energy of that Orisha, of love, of beauty, of nurturing, of care, of compassion, of assets, because wealth and money fall in that category as well. I mentioned that being used financially, like abused financially, that is there. Okay, but the lighter expression of this card is this person's love language is acts of service, and it is giving gifts. So this is someone that will give you gifts. They like to give stuff that they like to gift. That's how they show they care. Okay. Especially if you have to be separate. Like if they have to travel, you have to travel. Like they will always bring you a gift back, or to make sure you know that they were thinking of you. That's the thing. Doesn't matter how far, doesn't matter how long, doesn't matter how many times they travel. Just every time they come back, they bring you something to let you know that they were thinking of you while they had to travel, either for work or if they were just traveling with friends because they could, whatever it is. Okay. This is someone that would gift you things from foreign places, right? When we talk about long distance, I see that. Okay. And distance feels like history. So a history of having the wrong types of people that they were either attracted to or attaching to them, to where they would be taken advantage of. Because being taken advantage of here, a transactional relationship is not always financial. I'm leading with it because we have 2nd and 8th house themes here, but it can also be taking someone's time, their energy, their ability to make your routine easier. Like sometimes people just drain your energy in a variety of ways that it just feels like this person has a history of dealing with. All right. So let me get your advice. We're going to close you out. Ooh. Yeah, willpower. A lot of strength, a lot of willpower, a lot of energy, a lot of stamina. Okay. To get stuff done. This isn't a lazy person in any way. Okay, so if you're used to people that may be a little on the lazier side, that's gonna awaken you, is the fact that this person they're not lazy, right? As you try to be nice and helpful and make things easier for them, they probably gonna be like, "What's wrong with you? I got this." This is how they are. Okay, so let me see. Give me my advice for part 4 so we can close it out. Change. Okay, be ready for the change. Right? There's a lot of changes you need to make, okay, just in general to align with this. Be open to it and take the initiative to roll with it, because we got navigation here. So energy of change, of travel, of ascension. Change and navigate to your desired destination. What partner do you want? What partner are you attracted to now? Right? Does the type that you're attracted to now align with what it is you want? If the answer is no, how do you adjust, right? How do you start aligning with the energy you want, okay? Because that seems to be, for a lot of you, where you may be struggling to find this love, this partner. It's an issue with needing to change and navigating yourself and other people differently, all right? So I'm going to close you out. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.